I have to test this on my own business. I have to test this on other people, and also make sure that other people can get the results that they're looking for, which is clarity on their business and also outcome for their clients. And so, what we're supposed to do is take the things that we've learned, put them in a framework, package it so that the people that we're teaching and coaching and influencing and pouring into, they have a step-by-step process that they can replicate and get the same results that you got when you got it. What's going on, BP family? Welcome to another Beyond Prosperous podcast. I'm so excited that you guys are here and really going on this journey with me. Today, the big question is, how do you start this process of becoming an expert? And I'm going to be sharing with you some things that I'm learning and some things that I'm going through and just really take you on this journey with me. So as you follow along, you yourself become an expert as well. And so I'm going to talk about some things that I'm really going through. Like, for real, it's really interesting, to go through this. But right now I'm reading this book. It's called Expert Secrets by Russell Brunson. And so really been digging into this. And so, yeah, some things that I've learned even yesterday. Um, so for a long time, I was afraid to commit to this idea of actually showing proof that what I can do can actually help people. And so it's been a really weird back and forth because I have helped people in different areas. When people have questions, when people need help, especially when it comes to being a father, being a husband, even in things like business as well. But more so specifically with my job, it's been more so around fatherhood and being a father and a husband. And so when it comes to my business, Beyond Prosperous, I've had a lot of struggles in my mind more so than actually, um, living it out, I guess. And so what I mean by that is that ultimately I've been afraid to go and get proof. I've been afraid to actually apply the things that I know in order to actually help people. And this is it's really contradictory to what I believe and also what I'm trying to build. But I think that because of the place that I'm in, this is one of the best parts of being where I am and being on this journey to becoming an expert. The thing is that as I'm recording these podcasts, you'll actually be able to see me from where I am to where I desire to be, and ultimately where some of you desire to be, which is an expert in your field. And so I'm going to be sharing the different things, the different hurdles, the different obstacles and objectives that I'm going to be accomplishing and overcoming. And I know that it's not going to be just an easy journey, but I want to make sure that I'm bringing you along for the journey. And so something that I have to overcome and I'm having to overcome. And I believe that I know what's right, but I know that I still have to speak into it. And so the one thing that terrified me is, yes, one, having to show proof. And I'm okay with showing proof on my work as far as things that I'm comfortable with. But when it comes to things that I haven't done for other people yet, then it gets a little weird for me. And so the misconception that I had in my own mind is that if someone invests in me and they don't win, then I did something wrong and I failed them, right? The thing that's the misconception is the first part that I said. You see, you have to change this shift in my mind first. I said that when people invest in me, people are not investing in me. People are investing in themselves. When someone buys your product, when somebody get you as a coach, they're not investing in you. They're believing that you can help them, but they're investing in themselves. They have a problem and they believe that you can help them solve it. And so when they invest, they're investing in themselves. And so that takes me to what I've learned. And that's basically what I'm reading in this book is it's what I've read in this book is a framework on building frameworks. And what I mean by a framework is, what is the process? What is the framework? What is the step-by-step system that you have for accomplishing a certain thing? And so yesterday, I'm working with this guy that I was connected to by a mutual friend, and I basically just put together this. Um, what I call it now is the identity framework, and in the no, the identify it framework, right? And so let me see. Basically, I made this up on the spot yesterday, but I was like, okay, so this is actually really good. So it's a 4-step process, basically getting you clear on the identity of your business and the outcome for your clients. And so the identify it framework is identify who you're talking to, identify why you're talking. And my camera just died, but we are back. So yeah, it's identify who you're talking to, identify why you're starting this. Why are you starting this? So what your business, the thing that you're creating right now, the thing that you're working on right now, why are you starting this? And I go into more detail, but identify how you want to impact their lives, and identify what does it look like for your people to win. And so this is the framework that I created called the identify it framework. And what that does is I test this. I have to test this on my own business. I have to test this on other people, and also make sure that other people can get the results that they're looking for, which is clarity on their business and also outcome for their clients. And so, what we're supposed to do is take the things that we've learned, put them in a framework, package it so that the people that we're teaching and coaching and influencing and pouring into, they have a step-by-step process that they can replicate and get the same results that you got when you got it. And also what this does is when you're learning about these frameworks and you're doing them, you see the holes, you see the gaps. The thing is that most people, including myself, we get our frameworks from information that we pulled from other people, and that's fine. What we're doing is we're niching it down. We're saying, how does this apply to the business that I'm creating? And so whatever business you're creating, that's the kind of framework that you have to do. And also you use the same verbiage for whatever the whatever niche you're in. And so that'll make more sense. But when I say identify the whatever your niche is, there it may be a different name for them based on the niche. And so instead of, like, if you're in the cooking, niche, instead of saying cook, you may say chef, whatever. Like, is there a difference? I don't know. I'm not a cook or a chef. So does it make a difference how you communicate what you're saying? And that is what this framework is also for. It's to get you clear on the message and the language of whatever market that you're in, and whoever you're talking to, right? So yes. So you use these frameworks to help others ultimately. So I'm actually doing this because of this book. This book told me that I'm supposed to put something out, post something every single day. And so, and also it talked about Gary Vee and how he talks about document, don't create. So now I'm documenting the process. And through this, I'm collecting the frameworks that I'm starting from scratch. I'm starting literally from the beginning and figuring out, okay, from the beginning, how do you go from having either knowing your potential or not knowing your potential all the way to building a legacy, building something that impacts other people, and it leaves generations with information, with a wealth of knowledge. Like, how do you do that? Why? Because I want to duplicate that. I want others to be able to replicate that. And so I'm doing it with my own life. I'm practicing on my own self, being a human guinea pig, and finding out the frameworks that will actually help people do that and accomplish that. And so my goal is to post at least 3 podcasts a week, because I have other videos that are going to be posted. And so that's the goal. All right. So how am I going to do that? I plan to document my journey about things that I'm learning, and I'm going to start from the beginning. Like I said, building frameworks to help people live their legacy, and using the BPF, or the Beyond Prosperous framework, my 4-step process for realizing your potential and living in purpose. And so some of you've already seen that Beyond Prosperous framework. It was called the Purpose framework, but purpose is in it. So I wanted to call it something else. So it's going to be the Beyond Prosperous framework, where it's potential, productivity, proficiency, and purpose, and going through those 4 phases in order to get and create that life that's all surrounded by purpose. And so that's it for this podcast. I'm going to make it really short, really sweet, really to the point. And so take this information, apply it to your life, and go and live your